Very good afternoon to you. It's the Freedom Square Show. It's a special edition, and of course, with me today in studio, I'm with a very powerful woman, and of course, her name is Coach V. She's here with me. Thank you very much for joining me, Coach V. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Sipho. Thank you for having me back. It's always good to be here, especially with you on the Freedom Square.
Yeah, man. We had our new studio today, and of course, we're testing it out. The development is going on in the studio, but we're doing it for the first time here. Thank you very much for joining me. What do you think?
You know, change is progress, in my view. Change is as good as a holiday. It's rocking. It's rocking. I think it's going to be fantastic. Absolutely awesome. It's coming together nicely. And I must just say, for me, you are an inspiration.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
You are hard at work. You're making things happen. You are a mover. And if it's not moving, you're going to make it move.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can't wait for anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if we sit around and wait for somebody to do something for us, for somebody to lead the way, we're going to be waiting a long time.
Absolutely, man. Coach V, today on a special broadcast of the Freedom Square Show, we're talking about the issues that impact our country and possibly the world, because we are talking about whether in South Africa, to start off with, whether we've got what we call a leadership void. Do we have good leaders? Do we have leadership? And not just in politics, but also in business, in church, in our communities. Are we being led, or do we just have this big gap of people who are old, who've got leadership position, but they are not leading the majority of our communities or the majority of our population, which also consists of a lot of young people, you know. So today I know that we're going to be focusing on a lot about the, you know, just giving different examples about just the kind of leaders that we've got. But let's start with, you know, do we have a void in leadership?
Before I answer that question, let me ask you, what do you think leadership is? I mean, what are those elements that make up a leader?
Yeah, sure. So you're just throwing the curveball.
Throwing it right back at
like I just pass you and you pass it right back.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because I think everybody can come up with one or two things that they would say, this is what a leader is to me.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not what I want to hear. What I want to hear is, do you see those elements in yourself? Because this is my question I pose to every single listener out there.
Yeah.
Is, what leadership qualities do you have? Do you have what it takes to stand up and to make your voice heard? Because that is where it starts. Not being afraid to stand up.
Absolutely.
Taking courage to stand up and be counted, be heard, be seen. And that comes with scrutiny. It comes with all the eyes on me, you know, where people are looking at you to say, you're a leader, so you are setting the road, you know, you're setting the tar down, and you're asking people to follow you. So as listeners, are we capable ourselves as leaders? Because this is not just about looking at government or big corporates or, you know, people who are already in positions of power. This is looking at you, okay, and asking, where are you? What are you doing? There will almost certainly always be people who are more built for leadership than others. So I'm going to ask you one more time, what do you think is a leader? And I'm asking you to then look at yourself.
I think, you know, for me, leadership is about caring. For me, leadership is about leading people, showing them a vision, and caring about the people you lead, being able to listen, take advice, and I think leadership is about being innovative, being able to be held accountable without fear that you've done your work. I think leadership is about really just making sure that you take people along with you to the vision that you've painted for them. If you say this is where I want to take Prasa, for instance, we're going to talk about them. You need to be able to take people along with you, so that you don't just come up with this vision that only you understand and people have not internalized. And I think also leadership is about and this is where I've differed with many leaders, about caring. It doesn't make you soft to care about the people you lead. It doesn't make you weak to care about the people you lead.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
Gets the people going. Control yourself.
Control yourself. It's worrying. I've also gone 90%.
Welcome back to it. We have the MEC Odumo here. I just can't keep my composure. And of course, we just wanted to welcome the MEC with a nice track of Heal the World, because what the MEC and the minister did yesterday at Nike Center was simply healing. We were just healed. I was just telling my man here, Skumuza, that whenever I speak about the social cohesion games, I get these butterflies, as if something I'm being showered with glory here, man. Are you still feeling it?
No, I definitely am still feeling it, Mr. Smooth. We went there yesterday. We saw, earlier in the show, when we started the show, we spoke about the power of sport, not just soccer, to bring people together. And we saw it in action yesterday.
And then now here, lastly, there's joy for the scoreboarders to listen, because we hardly play music on this show. When we play Pirates of Gwenzenjani, Pirates of Jumela, Roba, which is cheaper, Barrigan, or short cheaper. Okay. To their fellows, the MEC. Mama, welcome to the scoreboard.
Good afternoon, and it's such a pleasure to finally come and be in the corridors of power. Zaga ANC in Radio 1912. I always hear about it and listen to it and pick it up on Twitter, but never knew that one day I'll find myself actually sitting here. And my name is Faith Mazibuko. I'm the MEC for Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation, Libraries, Monument, Heritage, Konkelogong, General Dealer. I also, as a champion of women, my responsibilities focus also on women.
Definitely, is there great stuff there. We have the general here making the debut on the scoreboard. Wow. Okay, let's just start on Friday. The event was amazing. The students were being honored, and we spoke about it on Friday. It was a glittering ceremony. And I'm not gonna just play the clip because you are here. Why would I play the clip that I did on Friday while you are here? Simply the inspiration of celebrating this youth. What is it that you wanna get out of for all these youth, for all these students?
You see, in Zulu we usually say "Lukochwa luselncane." I may not know in Sotho ribare ikotwa lisalimeti. So the importance of school sport. Kikaho, as the department, we are serious about it, because we believe if school sport becomes the core function, it will make our societies, and including our children especially, to be the ones who appreciate and play sport. And I'm sure all of us, we went through school and we knew the importance of playing. Vis-a-vis what is happening today, you find majority of our kids focus mainly on watching TV and idolizing superstars that way overseas, and yet here in South Africa we've got legends. Now, if we are serious about building sportsmen and women, athletes, and all those people that we want as part of active living, it becomes important that we invest in school sports. So on Friday we held our school sports awards, because we were honoring, if not awarding, good excellence. With that, it means we say young people, as we are in school, do not just play for fun, but you must know that we live in a competitive world. Of course, there are those that will play for fun, but those that will want to make sports a career, this is your opportunity. And once these young people come out of school, it means our club development programs must be there, just like a club, so that belongs to a club, and out of a club, one day this young person becomes either a netball legend, or a basketball legend, or a volleyball legend. You know what is also exciting? Even children with learning disabilities, they play sport.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you will have noticed even there we honored quite a lot of them, including people on wheelchairs, because it's not only us who are able to walk on our 2 feet are able to play sport, but even children with learning disabilities, because you may find in classroom they're not performing well, but in the sports field they are number one. So that is why it becomes important as a society we invest in such young people, so that the Nagakula, he or she is also able to take out a family out of poverty. Many families, they live in poverty, but this young child, a succeeder in life, it means this young child will be able to assist the family to no longer live in poverty.
Great words indeed, Mama Te. And just in terms of
studio, we spoke about him for the last 20 minutes or so. And Comrade Stanley, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you, my brother?
I'm good, man. And the last time you've been here, you've been in meetings, in and out.
Yeah.
You had a successful house meeting on Wednesday. You had a successful meeting with the domestic workers.
Yeah.
We've just played a few clips from from those interviews. I mean, from those meetings.
Yeah.
Let's start with the one year, the house meeting.
Okay.
How did it go?
Look, it went very well.
Yeah.
The attendance was great.
Yeah.
And we reached out to even those that have been behind their high walls. And they saw the need to actually come out and listen to what the ANC is actually bringing to the table. And I mean, we engaged on a number of issues, and of course we were blessed by the presence of our ANC regional treasurer, Comrade Jeff Makubo, who of course also gave some context to some of the financial issues relating to the city of Johannesburg. And I mean, everyone left that meeting very encouraged, and they've pledged their support that on the 5th of April they will be at the voting stations, and they will also mobilize the broader community as well.
Absolutely. And then you then spoke to Bomme. I saw you addressed him quite well. I mean, how did that come about? How did it go about?
Look, it was a very touching moment, particularly because, I mean, I'm a product of a domestic worker. I grew up in the suburbs. And, I mean, I grew up knowing what are the issues. I never read about these issues. I know exactly what the domestic workers go through. But I must say that the turnout as well was quite great. And we touched on some of the critical issues that are affecting our domestic workers, of course relating around labor, relating around social challenges that our people are confronted with. But of course it was an awesome meeting, and we're looking forward to seeing them as well on the 5th of April.
Yeah. And just to give anybody some background, I mean, I know one thing that stood out for me, Kore, as much as Baba Nwe lady members on card, they cannot wear ANC regalia.
Yeah. Look, that's very sad, my brother. Especially given the fact that this is after more than 20 years of democracy, where, I mean, in the constitution,
there's a provision for freedom of association. I don't see why bomme ba rona le bontate ba rona are deprived the right to wearing proudly their colors of black, green and gold in their workspaces.
Absolutely. Just before we wrap it up, today is Friday. You got a big one coming up today. You are talking to young people. Tell us about that.
Look, today we are going to have what we call a social Friday, where we will obviously start by engaging on a number of issues that are affecting young people. But of course, after that, we are then going to go into the social space, where we'll obviously be having our local artists and DJs hosting us at a venue where we'll obviously be engaging with young people in those social spaces. Because we said, look, let's go out to where the people are. There's no point in sticking around where there are no people. So we will be going where it's lit.
Yeah.
So wherever it's turned up, that's where we are.
Nice, man. Of course, my team's going to be there with you, and I can see their reaction.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There will be a turn up, yeah.
Nice. Tomorrow, there's a blitz?
Yes, tomorrow we will be at the Norwood Police Barracks. We want to touch out to Bommele Bontate ba rona in their blue uniform. And I must say that Lebona, in as much as they protect us as citizens of the country, Lebona, there are issues that are affecting them as well. And I think it's prudent that we also speak to those issues and find amicable solutions to resolve their problems. Because I mean, as the ANC, we are a movement that solves people's problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we round off the week with a church visit on Sunday. So tell us about that.
Yeah, no. Sunday we will be at Houghton Primary. I think it's important that also we invite Ntate Modimo into this process, because this election, of course, needs the blessings. And we will be given a platform to engage Lebona, and obviously, just to reach out to them as well, because as faith-based organizations, they also play a pivotal role in society. So we will be with them from 12 o'clock. We will speak to them, and obviously Batlo Rapella, and from there we are out.
Absolutely. Just your message to the people in your community, and of course members of the ANC who reside in your community.
Look, this is a clarion call to all members of Ward 73. On the 5th of April 2017, we are encouraging everyone to come out and vote for the African National Congress. It's important that we do this thing for Tata Matiba and of course other fallen heroes and heroines of our struggle. Of course, your vote is in your hands. Let us give this vote to the ANC.
Absolutely, man. Thank you very much for joining us, my brother. All the best with all the work that you're doing. And
no, thanks a lot.
Campaign is never an easy thing to do.
No, and my brother, I must say that I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
I must indicate that I do have a strong team behind me, which includes your team as well. I mean, they've been supportive throughout. Together with our structures of the ANC have been supportive, and I must say that I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting, and I'm confident that on the 5th of April we do have a date with victory.
Absolutely, man. I want to play you out with a song from a guy who was, he was in prison for a short space of time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he learned his lesson, Kichup Chup, and it's a new one called Kikopatswarelo. And I want to play that out for you. And all the best for tonight and for the weekend, my brother. And of course, I'll be with you. And let's do this thing, man. Let's win this thing, my brother. Not definitely.
My name is Stanley Latwalo, and I'm the ANC Ward Councillor candidate for the upcoming by-elections, which will take place on the 5th of April 2017. We're encouraging all the residents of Ward 73 to come out and vote for the African National Congress. It's important that everyone participates in this particular election because service delivery is of paramount importance. The voting stations are Kilani Country Club, Norwood Primary School, Houghton Primary School, and Patterson Park Recreational Center. See you there. Shop shop.
Solo